Aloha mai kako. A come by the curtain call from a distance, a program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown, and I'm coming to you from my home office where I have been conscientiously practicing self-isolation. Last week, I gave you a taste of the excellence that awaits you at Viewpoints Gallery's latest exhibit, Through the Eyes of the Artist. This is an invitation exhibit for Maui artists to contribute their impressions of this most extraordinary time in our lives, the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. The gallery director, Oliver Perz, distributed 10 by 10 panels that would become a mural covering the walls of the entry gallery and eventually will migrate into the second gallery. Thus far, 96 artists have contributed 212 panels. Mr. Perz has distributed 300 panels, so undoubtedly the mural will grow and change. The plan is to leave it up until at least the end of the year, when everyone hopes we will have licked this pandemic, and we will be looking to celebrate a new president and administration. Lynette Pradaga has been self-quarantining since February 28th. She has used this time to create this diptych, a study of cow tipping, unraveling the Gordian knot 1 and 2. In this mixed media work, Ms. Pradaga, who is the acknowledged mistress of mixed media, shows us not only the foolishness of tipping over cows, but also the linchpin of the Gordian knot. It's an exciting work that seems to be in motion. Melissa Chimera, who has gone on to acclaim and success on Oahu, also has a diptych entitled The Promise 1 and 2. This complex acrylic compound kozo paper and oil piece shows most of the challenges we are facing. Sailing on a hospital ship is a blossom, with police attacking a demonstrator. The COVID virus looms menacingly in the background. The Promise is on the bow. Here is a depiction of the Baton Rouge protester, licensed practical nurse Aisha Evans, that was captured in what many are calling one of the most historic photos of our time, one that will go down in history with the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima. Jonathan Bachman's shot of a Black woman clad in a summer gown defiantly standing her ground when approached by a duet of armored, helmeted, and jackbooted police. Here I want to use the name the Black Panthers used for them, but don't want to anger any lovers of these Nazis. The other promise comes from the medical field. Here we see the hands of science holding the key in one hand and the vaccine in the other. A great message. And, as all Ms. Chimera's work, outstanding execution and image. Here's a stoneware ceramic beads cast pewter with rhodium plating, low fire clay with 2 artist brushes piece by Will Herrera entitled Every Knock is a Boost. Mr. Herrera sees the pandemic as the knock, but the opportunity for creation expressed by the brushes and the palette is the boost. Bringing me back to the 60s, oh, the good old days. Kathleen Castle's poignant, powerful, and iconic No Lives Matter Unless Black Lives Matter has the most complex description of its media of all time. Go to the show to get it, but suffice to say, it's fabric. The universal symbol of Black power has been morphed into a tapestry of humanity, a truly brilliant image. Speaking of power, Gene Young, among our finest oil painters, has given us this Tarzan-esque image that needs no title. It screams what it is, a powerful wahine, flexing to reveal some pretty impressive guns as she almost walks on water. Note, Ms. Young has left the wooden panel rather than painting an entire backdrop. It's not only effective, but it reveals her remarkable level of skill. Incidentally, it's called Own Your Power. Clover has used this time of isolation and quarantine to explore a new medium. The diptych Hotspots and Safety Zones 1 and 2 is a mixed media work of spray paint, acrylic, resin, newsprint, and more. Ms. Clover explores what looks like a cross between a jungle and under the sea. We see numerous images of masked people, but we also see some who are not masked. She represents non-social distancing in several forms throughout both works. This new medium merits further exploration. Ms. Clover has strong skills and a clear affinity for it. Deeper still is Brad Huck's mixed media response to these unusual times. He sees them as an opportunity for contemplation, creation, growth, and rebirth. Amen to that. Dewitt Jones, the multi-award-winning Molokai photographer, captured this ethereal image he calls tethered. The water is so placid, it creates nearly a perfect mirror, an image so many photographers seek to portray, but few succeed as well as Mr. Jones. Dick Nelson, the creator of the revolutionary tri-hue color system, has contributed two more notable works, Mysterious Journey and Undercurrent. Both feature these exciting bluish swirls, but in each instance, although they are similar in hue, their meaning in each work is unique. In Mysterious Journey, the swirl around the horizontal slash of light that cuts across the work, but slightly off-center, serves to draw one's eye to it. The swirls in Undercurrent almost create a vessel for the light. The slash of light is almost a smile with bright white teeth in the center. The light is even more off-center and also acts as an eye magnet. Mr. Nelson is at the top of his game when so many others are sitting on the bench or left the game altogether. Bravissimo! Judy Bisgard, our most adventurous artist, whose medium is whatever she chooses, she has no limitations, has used this time to, quote, experiment more with various inks. She finds this time for seeking solace in the beauty and constancy of nature. Here is her colograph and encaustic ocean sunset. And in Hala Layers, she depicts the beauty of the base of the hala tree in a woodblock and encaustic style. Gwen Arkan employed cyanotype, the simple and low-cost process used to create blueprints for this diptych, Revive 1 and 2. While the lack of visitors has had a profoundly negative impact on our economy, it has had an equally positive effect on our natural environment. Plants, trees, flora, and fauna of all kinds are flourishing. Ms. Arkan celebrates that revival in these pieces. A colorful, positive image is what Jennifer Valenzuela wants to portray. Rather than looking at what this time means, she wants to show us what we need. Lokahi is the title of this mixed media work. It is meant to portray the unity of purpose we all want to get through this pandemic, stand against white supremacy, and the dark political time we are experiencing. Kiln-formed glass is Karuna Santoro's medium. Here, Ms. Santoro shows the virus and tells us it knows no borders and knows no race, although it seems to kill Black and brown people more than any others. It's interesting no artist has yet chosen to explore that circumstance. Why does it seem to affect Black and brown people more than white people? Could it be thusly another example of the deleterious impacts of white supremacy? Another artist who has taken us on a cellular journey is Hoosa Adams. In this mixed media work, Cellular Wish, she explores the beauty and interconnectedness of our inner life. This is another kinetic work like Lynette Pradaga's. You can feel the swirling like water going down a drain. Finally, Deborah Faire, who has just completed the longest exhibit in the history of Maui, and perhaps the state, it lasted 6 months, at the Hui, continues her signature heart explorations with this acrylic work, simply titled Love. That kind of sums it up, don't you think? Love will see us through. If we practice love, we will be kind, considerate, thoughtful of others, and stay safe while keeping others safe. Mahalo, Deborah. Other notable work came from Lori Kaprowski, This Encouraging Aspire, Jim Lynch, who saw Trouble Ahead in No Landing Zone, Carl Hensel's Self-Cirque, and Sherry McNerthy's Flattening the Curve, among many others. Through the Eyes of the Artist will continue until the end of the year. I have just scratched the surface. There is so much notable work you will probably want to visit monthly. The mural will be changing constantly as newly created work is added. Maui artists always meet the challenges put before them with creativity and the reminder of the beauty surrounding us. Currently, the gallery at 3620 Baldwin Avenue in Makawa is open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, and private viewings are available on any other day. Call 280-2845 or email oliver@viewpointsgallery.com to make an appointment for a private viewing. It's a great show and a chance to purchase our top artists at prices that won't break the bank, but will help support them and the gallery. Well, that's Curtain Call from a Distance for this week. Next week, I'm going to take a look at some live events happening on the island. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Paul James Brown. Ahui ho.